Hello, my football fans, and welcome to the Touchdown Lady podcast. We talk football from a fan's point of view. I'm Cindy, your host. Let's just get into it. Hello, everybody. What's going on? That was my little Halloween outfit. Can you guess what I was? Well, we're going to start off with the fans and frustration and rants first, and we're going to get right into it. Now, the fans, I'm a fan. We are still, the referee bad calling still. Some of these games are still getting bad calls with these refs. I don't know what's going on, but the fans are not happy about that for week 8. Poor performances on the field. Yeah, we just feel that teams are still not playing up to all the hype and, the high level that they should be playing right now. We're in week 8 and it's still not high level quality playing out there. We feel as a fan, we feel that some of the matchup is one-sided. These matchups, they're not competitive enough. Also, the games are kind of boring. I've been saying this since it started. The games are boring. And last but not least, like I said, bad coaching. We don't care if it's a head coach, offensive coach, defensive coach, just bad coaching in some of these games. Well, I want to talk about the big controversy and the frustration of the Giants fan. Now, the Giants played the Eagles over the weekend, but the Eagles did win this game 38-20. But there was a lot of controversy in this game. The fans and the players of the Giants feel that the referees were favoring towards the Eagles not calling calls when they should have called. But one call in particular, yes, it has involved the Tush push. Now, remember the Tush push was voted back in the owners' meeting back, I think it was in April. They had the managers' meeting, and they was trying to ban it from the Eagles from using that or being into the NFL, but it was unsuccessful, and they brought it back this year. Next year in 2026, they are going to vote on it again to see if they can ban it again. Some teams wanted it banned. I say I like the Tush push. It makes the game more exciting. I say leave it alone. That's just my opinion as a fan. But the Eagles would line up on the line of scrimmage, and they needed 1 yard to get a first down. So they line up against the Eagles. The Giants line up against the Eagles on the opposite side, and Jalen Hurts, when they did the Tush push, he dropped the ball, and it was recovered by Kayvon Thibodeau. He recovered the ball, and he thought he had a recoverable fumble. But the referees called it back and said that Jalen Hurts, before the ball was dropped, whatever happened, or fumble, drop, whatever you want to call it, it was ruled out a forward pass. So the Eagles wound up getting the first down. But Thibodeau, he was very upset. Go and watch the interview on him and what he really think about that call. Throughout the whole game, like I said, there was the refs and the Giants fan and team felt that the refs were just really favoring the Eagles. Go and check that controversy out back on that play. I did watch the highlights of that play. All I'm going to say, I don't know. But, yeah, that was the big controversy of the week for week 8. The Steelers fans are not happy. They're tired of seeing the balls drop. The offensive line is bad. And the penalties, they talk about the penalties they're not happy with the Steelers right now. The Browns fans, they are not happy. They haven't been happy for a long time. But they're starting to feel that the players, only star player that I really know they have is Myles Garrett. That's all they always talk about. And they just feel that, the fans feel that Myles Garrett is really just wasting his time playing for the Browns. I don't know what's going to happen in that situation, but yeah. Well, let's get into the games that I watched over the weekend, and we're going to start off with the Patriots versus the Browns. Now, the Patriots wound up winning this game 32-13. This was a good game. The Patriots are looking really good. This is their 5th game they won straight over the Browns. The offense looked good. The defense looked good. And I have to say that the head coach of the Patriots, Mike Vrabel, he was actually laughing at the Browns coach. I hate to say it. He was laughing at the Browns team. It was just, go and check out the highlights. You can see him on the sidelines. He's laughing at the Browns team. But Drake May had 282 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception in this game. Booty, Diggs, and Henry, they all had 1 touchdown apiece. On defense, they was able to shut down the Browns offense. Yeah, and as a whole, the Patriots had 222 yards, 6 sacks, and 54 yards in penalty. And the Patriots will be taking on the Falcons in week 9. On the other side, Dylan Gabriel, he had 156 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions in this game. The offense was bad. The defense was bad in this game. Although Myles Garrett, he did break the Browns record of the most sacks in one game. He had 5 sacks in his game, and he broke the Cleveland Browns record for the most sacks. So that was a good thing for the Browns. But if you go and check out Myles Garrett on the sideline, he bangs his helmet on the ground. He's just not happy. I don't blame him either. He's going out there week to week, and the offense is just not producing anything at all. It's just bad. As a whole, the team had 213 yards, 1 sack, and 30 yards in penalties. And they're on a bye this week, so they're not playing anyone this week, the Browns are. Now let's talk about the Green Bay and the Steelers game. That was a Sunday night game. And the Green Bay wound up beating the Steelers 35 to 25. It was a really good game. Now, the first half of this game, I'm going to say I liked the way the Steelers was moving the ball. They moved the ball well. Aaron Rodgers looked really good in the first half of this game. I felt that the Green Bay Packers, they struggled on offense and defense in this game, but they was able to keep it close and keep it together in the first half of this game. But the second half of this game, this is where the Green Bay started to take off, especially late in the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter. Green Bay put on, I don't know what they did, came out that locker room, but they stepped up their game, and they just really started dominating this second half. In the fourth quarter alone, Green Bay had 21 points in the fourth quarter versus the Steelers only had 6 points in that quarter. Jordan Love had 360 yards, 3 touchdowns in this game. On the other side, Aaron Rodgers had 219 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interception in this game. As a whole, for Green Bay, the team had 454 yards, 0 sacks, and 49 yards in penalties. And for the Steelers team, they had 295 yards and 3 sacks in this game and 65 yards and penalties. That was a pretty decent game. Now let's get into the surprise win of the week. Yes, these are the wins that I was surprised that won this week. And we're going to start off with the Jets beating the Bengals. Now the Jets beat the Bengals 39 to 38 by 1 point. Now Justin Fields did start in this game. Now Tyrod Taylor played in the game last week, but he has a knee injury and he's out. So remember, Justin Fields was benched last week, so they actually had to start him because Tyrod is out in the injury. And Justin Fields, he did okay. He had 244 yards and 1 touchdown in this game. Breece Hall also played in the game. He had 4 yards and 1 touchdown in this game. The Dolphins beat the Falcons 34 to 10. The Texans beat the 49ers 26 to 15. The Broncos beat Dallas 44 to 24. Now that's a beatdown right there. Yeah. But I want to shout out for Week 8, the team that caught my eye, and I'm surprised that they're doing so well this season. And they are sitting at 7-1, and that's going to be the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the last time the Colts were at 7-1 is when Peyton Manning was the quarterback in 2009. 2009. But Daniel Jones is having a good season so far. Remember, Daniel Jones was a quarterback for the Giants. They traded him to the Colts, and he's been doing really well. In this game against the Titans they played, he had 272 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor, the running back, had 2 touchdowns and 153 yards in this game over the Titans. And the Colts wound up beating the Titans 38 to 14. Yes, that was a beatdown. So shout out to the Indianapolis Colts for, so far they are having a good season. And like I said, that's really a surprise for me of the season so far is how well they are playing. Monday Night Football is going to wrap up Week 8, and that's going to be the Kansas City versus the Washington Commanders. And Thursday Night Football, which starts Week 9, is going to be the Ravens versus the Dolphins. Can't wait to see that one. Well, this is the part of the show. If you want to reach out to me, you can email me at touchdownladies@gmail.com. That's touchdownladies@gmail.com. Well, I'd like to end the show on a good note, and I do something I call Facts Fun of Football, where I reach in here and get something fun to end the show on. Let's see what we're going to get. And this is going to be a joke. College football is introducing the Rose Bowl. College football is introducing the Rose Bowl. Every play is a Hail Mary. And this is Sandy from the Touchdown Ladies saying, don't forget to smile, be happy, be kind, put your action behind your plan, and keep moving forward. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.